and welcome to NPS Now, your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner, and with me today is two special guests. We have Beverly Carter, who is the parent educator for the Special Education Department, and we also have Ms. Carolyn Cage, Senior Coordinator for Transition and Career Development. Thank you, ladies, for joining us on NPS Now.
Thank you for having us.
Great. This is a special month. It's Disability Awareness Month. We're going to talk about that a little later. But Beverly, I'm going to start with you. We're going to be cutting the ribbon on a very special program that Norfolk Public Schools is beginning called the Parent Access Center. And I'm going to make sure I get this acronym right. ACCESS stands for Active Community, Committed to Educating Students for Success.
That is correct.
So what is this Parent Access Center?
The Parent Access Center will work as a connecting point for parents of special education students that require information concerning IEPs and other programs that fall up under the special education umbrella. Additionally, we will provide classes. We will provide support in understanding the IEP process. We will provide classes on behavioral modification, child development, parenting skills, possibly computer classes, and other things that would be advantageous in helping the children become a successful part of the society.
And that's a lot, Beverly, that this Access Center is going to be doing. So why did we come up with this type of program?
We came up with this program because we found that there were a lot of parents within the school system that had limited knowledge concerning special education processes and things that they need. A lot of times we found out that they just needed a listening ear. They needed access to resources within the community that would be beneficial to both them and to the students.
So what will the hours of operation be?
At this point, our hours will be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday through Thursday, and from 9 a.m. to 12:30 on Fridays, and we additionally make other appointments as needed.
Now, how many staff members will be working in this building?
Approximately maybe 2 to 3, maybe more at additional times according to as the needs are concerned, as we will be running workshops. And these workshops require additional staff, and Norfolk Public Schools will be assisting us by providing to us professionals in particular areas of special education.
It sounds like a lot, and we may have to break some of it down, but are there any community or partner organizations that's going to be coming in and helping support this program?
At this point, we have a lot of community organizations that are willing to come in and to provide to us classes, workshops. They will also provide to us information concerning possible needs. For example, a family that may be in transitioning from becoming homeless to having somewhere to stay. We will try to provide them with resources that can help them to have these resources. We will additionally have, I'll give you one example, the process of helping parents to become from being unemployed to becoming employed.
Okay.
Just for Success, which is a local organization in this area that helps parents to transition. They will be stepping in. They will be helping us with those procedures.
And Carolyn, you've been in the special education field for a very long time. How do you think this program can impact their parents?
Oh, it's very important to have the Parent Access Center, our version of the Parent Resource Center, because we want to educate parents to become more effective advocates for their children. And parent-educator partnerships makes a win-win situation for everyone.
And as we say Parent Access Center, but really it's parents, students, and teachers this place is supposed to support. Share with us how that would work, Carolyn.
The hours of operation, they'll be open to parents, it'll be open to students with disabilities, but also it'll be a resource for teachers so that they can more effectively communicate with parents. So those workshops that Beverly talked about will be open to teachers or educators as well, and other school personnel, so that we can all build a more effective team in supporting our students.
So if I had a student who was special needs and I came to your facility, help me through this whole process, what does that look like? Say my son may have an IEP and I'm come, look, I don't understand this IEP, I don't understand the process, I need you to sit and share with me, because I'm sure that's a viable question.
It is.
How would you all handle that person?
Well, I mean, I think Beverly, being the parent educator, would probably sit down with them. We also have our senior coordinator, Gus Gardino, that'll be available, and other of us from the special education, learning support special education services that would sit with that parent and go through the various components of the education plan in a manner that the parent can understand. You know, not all of the educationese, but just talking with them about what their child's needs are and how we're able to meet them through the IEP.
Now, did we ever have a program like this before in Norfolk Public Schools?
Yes, we've had a parent resource center historically, and that's something that the State Department encourages every school division to offer to better support parents, and again, to make them more effective advocates, and to help us as educators to work more effectively with our parents and serve our students' needs.
Great. I know the ribbon cutting is coming soon, and I guess we want to share the address of where this location will be when it's ready to open.
Yes, the address will be 5016 Princess Anne Road, Norfolk, Virginia. And if you are not familiar with the area, it's near where the new Croc Center is, the new recreation center on the corner of Ballantyne and Princess Anne. We're scheduled for an opening at 1 p.m. on the 30th of October, and we're looking to see everyone there.
And we're happy to have you all on the show to talk about it. And also, it's important because this is Disability Awareness Month, and Carolyn, you have a major role in highlighting this month for parents, teachers, and students. What is Disability History and Employment Awareness Month?
Okay, well, since 2009, the General Assembly has made Virginia, or the month of October, Virginia Disability History and Awareness Month. Nationally, it's Disability History and Education and Employment and Awareness Month. And so it's all designed to enable us to raise awareness about the contributions of persons with disabilities, so that there can be more effective advocacy, more positive interactions, and to show that our persons with disabilities can be contributing members of this society.
Great. We're going to talk more about that. And just real quick, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned for more NPS Now. Welcome back for more NPS Now. We are speaking with Beverly Carter and Carolyn Cage about special education, and this being Disability Awareness and Employment Month. And those were some very enlightening PSAs that we're running on Channel 47. How are we encouraging our students with disabilities to actually gain employment, give them that encouragement to go find a job or be employed?
Well, it's the mission of Learning Support Special Education Services that all of our students are able to be successful once they leave us and move on to adult life. So we have created programs that are available to our students to help them to prepare for the workforce. Our students with disabilities may access the regular career technical education program, or they, for those who are not working towards a standard diploma, we have developed the career development program. And for students who continue with us, even after they graduate with their non-standard diploma, we have the postgraduate post-secondary career development program.
So what type of programs or training are we actually giving our students?
Our students are getting real-life work experiences in either in partnership with persons in the business community, with various businesses across Norfolk, and we either call them work experience if they're in high school because it's just a couple of hours, or internships for a more extended and more specifically career-focused type work program.
So where are these businesses? Who are some of the folks that are working with us?
Oh, we have a number of businesses. We have Walgreens. We have Centera. Norfolk General has been a long-time partner for us with our Project Search. We are in grocery stores, Food Lion, Farm Fresh. We work with TJ Maxx, with the Food Bank, and with various schools and departments within the school division, including child nutrition services. We've worked with the warehouse. We've done a number of organizations across the city.
So what type of labor are they actually doing?
They're doing real work. No, nothing fabricated. They're doing a portion of a job that one of the employees would do. So our students are doing they're doing food services, they're helping to prepare lunches, or they're doing cleanup, they're doing like clerical type duties. They're assisting students when they work in schools or in childcare. In the retail, they're preparing merchandise for sale. They're doing some of the same type of tasks that an employee would do, but just a portion of it because it is training.
And we have some students working here in the building.
Yes, we do. We have our own organization, our entrepreneurship, What's Up Docs, that's on the 8th floor, and we have students who come in and do various assignments for departments within central administration, primarily non-confidential document destruction, but we also help prepare for the upcoming professional development days and any other task assigned.
And I've met the young men and women that's been in the What's Up Docs program. Great
Right.
group of kids.
Yes.
Give me a success story of one of those students, or even a couple of the students.
We've had many success stories. Right now we have Noel, who is currently working at the Norfolk Technical Center print shop. He's one of our post-grads and doing very well there. We also have our friend Peter, is a student who actually did an internship last year with you all in media productions and is now at 1270 AM. Actually had a chance to do a weather segment the other day, so we were very excited about that. But we have success stories all over. We have students, programs, teachers that help students even become entrepreneurs. For example, we have Booker's Brew Cafe at Booker T. Washington High School, Comet Cafe at Granby High School. We have the Green Teens and the Green Thumbs at Norview High School. These are all...
Share real quick what that's about, the Green Thumbs.
They use, Green Thumbs have their own garden. They do their own gardening and they sell their products at the farmer's market here in Norfolk. And then Green Teens create beautiful jewelry items out of recyclables. So they, again, are producing their own goods and then selling them. So we have students who are learning to become effective workers, but also learning to become future entrepreneurs.
Wow, what are the age ranges of these students? Because I know we have the ones in school, but then the ones that we have the internships, they're not necessarily in school still? Or?
Right. They are still in school. That is their schooling, the internships, and we still have some classroom time to continue to build the capacity for the soft skills that are needed to be in the workforce. But actually, our students range in age from 14 to 21 because we even offer some programming in middle school. For example, this past summer we did the I'm Determined Transition Academy, and we gave the opportunity for students to do some job shadowing there. So there can be anywhere from age 14 to 21, but they're actually 16 when they go out into the community for work experience.
So a parent at home watching this, Beverly, they will probably come to you in this new Parent Access Center and say, hey, I heard all the great things that's happening in Norfolk schools. How can my kids get involved? And so is that where your program comes into play?
Yes, it would. It would definitely come into play there. And one of the main things is to get the parents to identify. A lot of parents do not identify what their child's particular needs may be. So we will assist the parents in helping the child to identify what they need, and then they could go on into the other program to achieve the success that they need.
So how are you getting the word out about these great programs?
Well, we have an employment specialist, Mr. Mitchell, who will go out and talk with businesses, but we also take every opportunity, such as coming on NPS Now, to share information about it at the students' IEP meetings. We do meetings where we have partnerships with our business organizations. We go to their sites and do things. We recently had an employer's breakfast where we shared information about our career development programs and the opportunities that we can bring to our students when we partner with the business community to prepare them for the workforce. And we've had a lot of positive feedback with that.
How long have we been doing this?
Now I'm going to tell my age a little bit here, but yeah, at least 30 years.
30 years.
Centera Norfolk General is one of our longest partners and has been with us just about all of that time.
So I heard you mention them earlier, and I asked you what are some of the labor jobs they do, but what are some of the things they do at Centera?
Oh, that is our Project Search. It's been in, this is our 4th year, and the students, again, perform tasks that are just what anyone else would be doing in that capacity. They work for various departments in the hospital, but entry-level jobs so that folks with higher certification, the nurses, the doctors, can focus on patient care. Although some of our students are doing things that contribute to patient care, like transporting patients from one location to another, sanitizing equipment, doing the filing and the sorting. Entry-level positions, very important, very vital to patient care within that setting. And we've had much success with that program. Project Search has a 95% success rate in terms of placing students with disabilities.
That's great. And I can see how both programs can help our parents and students for success. Also, you have a lot of activities happening this month of October too. What are some of those real quick?
Yes, on the 15th, we have the opportunity to present our program to the school board. And we will also have a college and community fair also at ITT Tech in the evening for students to come out and parents as well to get more information about preparing for the workforce. On the 18th, the Green Teens will be at the Stockley Gardens Art Festival.
Oh, great.
There will be, so feel free to come out and support and get some of that beautiful jewelry. On the 22nd, we're having a job shadow activity for all secondary schools. And on the 28th, Project Search will have their open house at Norfolk General. So a lot going on this month, and we're really looking forward to that opportunity to show the community the wonderful work that's being done in Norfolk Public Schools.
And being that you said the wonderful work, you had some great employees, and one in particular, Terry Hamilton, who passed away last year, and you all are doing something very special to honor his memory.
Yes, we developed in cooperation and support of the Norfolk Education Foundation, we are offering our students the Hamilton Award. The Hamilton Award, again, is in memory of Terry because he was one of the pioneers of the career development program. And the award is given to students, either a high school senior or a postgraduate student who is getting ready to start their first paid permanent position.
Wow.
And that the scholarship will help them offset the cost of some of the expenses with getting started, like uniforms, travel expenses, things like that. So we were able to start that award this year at our end of the year celebration where we honor our business partners, and we gave that award to 2 recipients last year and hope to offer 2 more this year. So any donations towards that award, and we're going to plan fundraising events during this month, can be done through the Norfolk Ed Foundation.
That's wonderful. What an exciting month, and I think
Yes.
you've really informed families, parents, and businesses and organizations. So I'm hoping they'll contact you and want to participate and be a part of your program there and your program as well. Yes. Thank you, ladies, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And we want you to stay tuned for more NPS Now.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I'm Steve Sutmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. We have 2 special guests here today to talk a little bit about athletic training and services provided to our athletic program. Molly Jean Burgess, welcome. Matt Talley, welcome. Molly, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm an athletic trainer. I work for Centera. Previously, I was the athletic trainer at Booker T. Washington High School as an Old Dominion graduate student, and Centera hired me upon graduation and outsourced me to Norfolk Public Schools to provide services.
Okay, Matt, you're new to the area. Tell us about yourself.
I'm new to the area. I just moved from New Hampshire. Been here for 3 months. Atlantic Orthopedics hired me to be over at Maury High School, and so far it's been great.
Okay. All right, affiliations with Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists and Centera and Norfolk Public Schools. How does that help the Norfolk Public Schools? And we'll start with you, Molly.
Well, Centera has outsourced 3 athletic trainers to the Norfolk Public School system. Myself, I handle a lot of the concussions that go through Norfolk Public Schools student athletes. I am the head of the middle school athletic training program, and I also provide some assistance to our other athletic trainers in the district. We've got another athletic trainer he works at Powhatan, helps out with Maury and Granby athletics, as well as a clinical preceptor who helps to supervise our other athletic trainers.
And not to slight anybody, but we have Dr. Woodhouse, who's our clinical preceptor from Centera. So there's another one that we can add on to it. All right, Matt, with Atlantic, we've had an agreement with Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists for 3 years. This is entering our 3rd year. What do you provide for the student athletes at Maury High School?
I'm the athletic trainer at Maury, and just being at school, being there for treatments, being there for anything they need, taping, evaluations, and most importantly, the referral process to Atlantic Orthopedics.
Okay. All right, Molly, he talked a little bit about what he does. What does an athletic trainer do and provide for the school system on a daily basis?
They're there, like Matt was saying, right after school. They prepare for the practices, make sure they have everything ready for the kids to go out there. But as soon as the kids start coming in, they could have anything going on. They need to get taped. They need to learn how to stretch properly. The athletic trainer is educated in recognition of athletic injuries, management of them. They know when to make that call to have them further evaluated by a physician or another healthcare provider. And when they can handle the injury in-house, they will. They'll see it from beginning to end through the rehabilitation process until they return to play.
Okay. So with our sponsorships, with both groups, with AOS, Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists, and Centera, that's just one way that athletic training is provided in this area. There are other ways. For example, there are teacher athletic trainers. For us, that we have the sponsorships, and we also have our affiliation with Old Dominion. So with the sponsorship, why is Centera able to do this, and then why is Atlantic able to do this? And we'll start with Molly.
Well, Centera, they like the involvement, the community partnership. They have their name on our shirts. They've got banners at all of our stadiums. It's a good advertising for the company, and they like to see student athletes with orthopedic injuries or really anything that they have going on. They really like the relationship with Norfolk Public Schools because it brings them a lot of business, and it also broadens the type of patients that they see.
Mm-hmm. And it's certainly been beneficial. Matt, again, Atlantic, we're in the 3rd year. Dr. Cohen, who's really, I think there's 30 plus physicians in that group. And Dr. Cohen is the lead orthopedic physician for this program. So tell us a little bit about referrals and whatnot, how Dr. Cohen can serve the athletes.
It's nice working with Dr. Cohen because he's busy a lot of the time, but whenever I need a referral, I can just send him a quick text message and say, hey, look, I have this athlete. Can you see him? And he usually would say, yes, I'll be at this office tomorrow. And that's one great thing about Atlantic Orthopedics is they have lots of locations that are easily accessible from many different areas around the
And that's important.
Very important.
Okay.
And just the referral process is very easy. You know, I can print out documents, hand them to the athlete, and they bring them to these locations the next day, or sometimes even same day.
Let's talk a little bit about the referral process. When an athlete is injured, a lot of times parents don't know where to go. And I think that's one good thing the sponsorship provides us for our student athletes, for our coaches, and for the parents. Talk a little bit about how that referral process, when you have an athlete's injured, you call the parent. What do you talk to the parent about?
I let them know I've evaluated your child with what I think to be whatever injury it might be. I would recommend them following up with an orthopedic physician or a concussion specialist, or whichever type that fits that situation. Would you like assistance in scheduling that appointment? Usually they ask, do I need to take them to the emergency room right away? If that's indicated, by all means. But sometimes running into the emergency room situations, it can take a long time for that follow-up. If they say needs to follow up in a week or what have you, it can take a long time. But with Matt and myself and our affiliations with the two companies, like Matt was saying, it's the same day, the next day, within a week. It's very quick, it's very easy, and those relationships are strong in that way.
And I think what Dr. Cohen does, allowing access to all the athletic trainers in Norfolk Public Schools, gives that athlete, really that coach, the comfort to know that their athlete's going to be seen by the next day or the following day, and then the services can be provided, and the care of that injury can start right away. But now there's also other areas that that occur. What if that parent says, "Hey, I have an orthopedic physician, I have a concussion specialist," which is fine. How do you deal with that?
I let them know, that's great. You're welcome. It's your choice to take your child to whoever you'd like them to see. We need documentation of that, and it would be helpful if we could speak with that physician. But as long as your child is taken care of by the appropriate medical professional, we're in support of that.
Okay. So you've been here for a couple months, Matt, and what I've noticed watching you work is the relationships that you have with student athletes, and I think is a real positive thing. Talk a little bit about how you develop relationships with the student athlete.
I just make sure that the athlete feels comfortable with me. If they're comfortable with me, then they're gonna trust me, and it's all about building that rapport and building that trust. If the athlete trusts me, then I know the coaches trust me, and therefore the parents also trust me.
And that's very important. And again, I've seen you work at that. You do a super job. Molly, you do a really nice job with that. So the sponsorship with Centera, the sponsorship with Atlantic Orthopedic Specialists is very key to our athletic programs. And I know our coaches appreciate it. I know our principals appreciate it, our athletic directors, and in our school system. We really thank both of you for what you do every day, and then obviously the sponsorship aspect as well. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
More NPS Now after this.
Thank you for watching NPS Now. We want you to tune in next week as we talk about the new Synergy program called Parent View. We thank you for watching NPS Now. It airs weekly on WNPS Channel 47, or you can view us online at www.npsk12.com. If you have any great story ideas or information, email us at npsnews@npsk12.com. Again, thank you for watching NPS Now.